Nice to see you. If you can hear me, let me know. That's always useful. Eileen, so nice to see you today. Oh, that's nice. I miss you too. We'll have to talk soon. It's been a long time. Absolutely. So I thought I would start this live just by seeing if anyone had any question that they would like to pose that I could respond to. Hello, Nancy. Good morning. Yeah, any question at all that's on your mind, hopefully about things that I might have some reasonable chance of being able to answer. What is meditation? Well, there you go. That's pretty. What is meditation? It's always good to think about questions before you answer them, especially ones that sound simple but aren't. And I guess the way that I would want to answer that question, if this was like the one answer I was going to have, because there's so many ways you can talk about meditation, but if there was one way that I wanted to speak about it, and that was going to be the last chance I had, I would say that meditation is the practice of being in the truth of what is. So meditation is the practice of being exactly here. It's interesting in a sense that you asked that question, Eileen, because I just yesterday wrote some copy to describe an event that I'm going to do. It's a free event. It's just a 90-minute meditation event in a couple of weeks, and it's called The Pristine Perfection of Meditation. And I titled it such because there are so many aspects of spiritual life, and I know, Eileen, that you're familiar with a lot of those. There's so many practices and there's so many ways that we all need to develop, and they're all important. But for myself, there's always a point, no matter what I'm exploring, and I'm interested in a lot of things, so my mind tends to wander. I tend to wander. But no matter what I explore, there always comes a time when I want to return to the pristine perfection of meditation. And that means just sitting and letting everything be as it is. That was the practice that propelled my spiritual life. Has been the practice that has yielded the most profound fruit. And it's the practice I always find myself coming back to. Whatever I'm exploring in philosophy or in mysticism, in various spiritual practices and perspectives, all of which are valuable and important and exciting, there always comes points where I just want to come back to that simple act of surrender, which is what meditation is. It's a simple act of surrendering everything you think you know about this moment so that you can enter into direct contact with the truth of the reality of this moment. What's really happening here? Beyond any of the ways that you might be interpreting the experience of being here, beyond any of your conclusions about what's real, what's actually here? And so that question, what is meditation, brings us to the realization that meditation is the simple act of surrendering to what is. It's the experience of being without knowing. Any way in which we know something, it means we are putting some kind of a label on it. We're turning it into something and limiting what it is. If we don't know, we just perceive, we just experience, but we don't know, we don't have ideas about what we're experiencing. Then we are just being with what is. And that's what meditation is, being with what is. It is very peaceful there. So let's just sit and be with what is. Let's just meditate together for a few minutes. Diane, we'll just sit a few minutes and then I will definitely let you in the box. And anyone else who has a question about meditation or awakening, please feel free to type it in. when you meditate, you're holding a very interesting balance between being completely focused and engaged in a way that requires effort, and at the same time being completely relaxed in a way that requires no effort at all. And you need to do both. You need to be focused and engaged and awake at the very same time that you are surrendered and at rest and relaxed. And you can do it. You can be intensely focused and engaged, and at the same time completely surrendered and relaxed. Meditation requires us to be both focused and relaxed, which means we need to be relaxed about being focused, and we need to be focused on being relaxed. So you are very relaxed about being focused and very focused on being relaxed at exactly the same time. So we can end that short meditation. And Diane, I assume you still want to get on with me. And again, if anyone else has any questions that you would like to ask, feel free. Let me see, Diane. Okay, Diane, I'm going to invite you in. You should be invited in, but I don't see you. Let me see. Hang on. Maybe Diane's not there. Eileen, are you still on with me? Hmm. Oh, good. Um, why don't you, would you request to come in with me? I just want to talk to you about this question that I just brought up about focus and relaxation, and I want to introduce you to people. Okay, we'll do it tonight. Or we'll do it another time, Eileen. Yeah, yeah, we'll arrange a date and you'll get in. But it looks like Diane's not making it in. Oh, no problem. I can always talk, so that's never a problem. Uh, let's talk about this combination of intense focus and complete relaxation. Now, the reason I thought it would be fun to talk to Eileen about that is she's a yoga teacher, and I know the same principle must apply to yoga as it does to meditation. And in my own journey of meditation, this became a huge leap forward for me. I'll tell you what the leap forward was. For a long time, this is the way meditation works. So for a long time, and I was a very intense practitioner. So for a long time, and by long time, I mean, about a decade of doing 1 to 2 hours of practice daily and a couple of 10-day retreats a year, etc. So a lot of practice. But without being fully aware of it, yes, absolutely, Eileen. Without being fully aware of it, there was this conflict going on in me because, on the one hand, I was trying to focus, and the teacher I was working with at the time told me I should be focused, so I was effortfully trying to focus. And at the same time, I was supposed to be relaxed. I was supposed to be completely at ease, as Eileen just wrote. And so I would be focused for a while, then I think, oh, I'm getting too tense, so I would relax. And then I'd start to get, kind of drift off into sleep. And then I think, oh, I need to get focused, and then I need to relax, and I need to get focused. And, at some level, largely unconscious, that was going on for 10 years. There was this back and forth between focus, effortful focus, and relaxed sort of disengagement. And then there came one retreat where I was determined to meditate more powerfully than I ever had. And of course, I started in a similar vein. I was trying to pay attention and be relaxed, which meant I was trying to pay attention, and then I'd get tense, and then I would try to relax, and then I'd be relaxed, but I'd find myself not paying attention. So I try. But I very quickly, because I intended to do this differently, I very quickly got to a point where I realized that the problem was that I was trying to pay attention and I was trying to relax, which means I was neither paying attention nor being relaxed, because I was trying to do them. Trying to do something and actually doing it is not the same thing. And I realized, oh, hey, Daniel, nice to see you. Oh, I'm trying to meditate. And trying to meditate is really hard. And I decided, no, this time I'm actually going to meditate. I am actually going to be completely focused and totally relaxed at exactly the same time. Hello there, my friend. And when you are completely focused and totally relaxed at exactly the same time, a miracle happens. And the miracle is meditation. And at that moment, you discover that trying to meditate and meditation are two completely different things. Trying to meditate is really hard. It takes a lot of effort and struggle. And the harder you try, the more effort it takes. So you're trying to meditate and you're getting closer and closer and closer. The closer you get to meditation, the harder it is to try. It takes more and more effort to meditate until that moment when you actually do it. So you go from, at 80% meditation, it's very hard. At 85%, it's even harder. At 90%, it's really, really hard. 95%, you're almost there, and it's excruciatingly difficult to continue to focus. 99, 99.9, but then at some point you go, and you just meditate. And you realize, oh, this isn't hard at all. You realize you always thought it took a lot of energy and effort to be focused. But actually, if you really relax, you're naturally focused and aware. So what I just described for the effort of focusing goes for the effort of trying to relax as well, right? You relax the other way around. You get closer and closer to relaxing. It takes more and more effort to keep letting go, to keep letting go, to keep letting go, until at some point you just let go. And you go, oh, well, relaxing's not hard. You just don't do anything, and then you're relaxed. Relaxed is what's there. So what you discover is relaxed is what's there naturally when you're not doing something else. And in the same way, focused attention is what's there naturally when you're not doing something else. So the great, I mean both, mentally and physically. But in it, so Lake Country Girl, let me get to your question in a second, because that's a really important question. The great Indian teacher Ramana Maharshi said that basically meditation is your natural state. It's what's there naturally when you're not doing something else. Now, Lake Country Girl is saying, do you mean mentally or physically relaxed? And I mean both, and I mean neither. So if by mentally relaxed, you mean your mind comes to a stop, that's not what I mean. If by physically relaxed, you mean that all the tension leaves your body, that's also not what I mean. I don't mean that your mind relaxes, nor do I mean that your body relaxes. I mean that you relax, no matter what your mind and body are doing. Yes, I think that's very true. Focus and ease is without resistance. So your mind is going to be busy. Hello, Rosanna. Nice to see you. Your mind is going to be busy sometimes. Sometimes it'll be quiet. That's lovely. But a lot of times it's not quiet. At least mine's not. But you can be relaxed about a busy mind. That's what I mean by relaxed. And your body is also always different. You know, there are times when we feel very physically relaxed, but a lot of times we don't. We have aches and pains, we have tensions. But can you be relaxed about whatever's going on in your body? So this is about you being relaxed with whatever it is. But then you have to let go to relax. If you're talking about relaxing no matter what your mind is doing, or relaxing no matter what your body is doing, then you really don't have to let go of anything. You just be okay. It doesn't take any time. You just do it. Now, it's important in order to meditate this way. It's important not to overthink it. It's possible, it's entirely possible right now to be okay with the way things are. And that, to answer Eileen's question from earlier, is what meditation is. Meditation is the practice of being okay with the way things are. And you can do that right now, no matter how they are. This is the pristine purity of meditation that I mentioned earlier. You just be okay with the way things are, without needing to let go of anything, without needing to add anything, without anything needing to change. Absolutely. Lake Country Girl. It's like a free state of being. It's like free fall. In fact, one of the meditation metaphors I like the most is jumping off of a cliff. That meditation is like jumping off of a cliff. And what's hard is all the effort that we take walking up to the edge of the cliff, dealing with all the fear we have of letting go, of jumping off the edge. But the actual falling, which is what meditation is, the free fall on the other side of the jump, it doesn't take any effort at all. It's what happens naturally once you've jumped. So meditation is like free falling through the experience of being. Free falling means no control. Nothing you can hold on to, no way that you can guide or direct the process. So why don't we all spend another few minutes free falling through meditation? So that means just a few minutes where the only thing you're doing is being content with the way things are. Just be done, content, finished. Nothing to do, nothing to try for, nothing to achieve, no goal outside. Just here. Just be here. Nothing else. Just be right here. Nowhere to go. Nothing to achieve. Nothing's wrong. Just right here. Not trying to be here, not trying to relax, not trying to be focused, just naturally focused and relaxed. Thank you for that. And Daniel, are you still on? Daniel, some of you will remember, was a guest on my live a few weeks ago, and I really enjoyed speaking with him, and we've had a little back and forth about doing it again. So I think I will invite him to join me maybe next week or the week after. And Eileen, who was on with us earlier, I would love to have her as a guest also. But today, we've been essentially speaking about the interesting paradox between focus and relaxation. And specifically about the fact that when we stop trying to meditate and actually just meditate, we find that our natural state is both focused and relaxed. Most of the time in life, we find that in order to be focused, we have to be somewhat tense. We have to kind of work our way into being focused. And that in order to be relaxed, we have to kind of give up our focus. We have to sort of spread out. Yoga Nidra is definitely the same thing, Lake Country Girl. The natural state is both focused and relaxed. Yoga Nidra is the yoga of sleep. And the part of you that is naturally both focused and relaxed exists during wakefulness and sleep. That part of you never sleeps. It's always present. So in Yoga Nidra, big part of the practice is holding on to that awareness, holding on to conscious awareness as the mind and body fall asleep. So the practices of Yoga Nidra, the experience of lucid dreaming, these are all very powerful ways of discovering that natural essence in us that is always effortlessly focused and relaxed. That's the natural state. So I want to thank you all for joining me today for this period of meditation and contemplation. I'm here at this time every Sunday that I possibly can be. And I consider it a joy to be able to share this with you. And when I have the opportunity of inviting a guest to introduce you to some wonderful people, so I look forward to seeing you every week. Thank you all, my friends, and I will see you next week. Bye now. Thank you, Lake Country Girl.